Welcome to Franchise Empires.
Sounds like people's always been the hardest challenge for a small business owner. Obviously true today, but you mentioned like some of the costs to build like that. I mean, $150K for a Papa John's location is probably 10 to 20 times that today, depending on the market.
Yeah.
Do you think, and even like, let's just say it's a new owner who doesn't have experience in the pizza business like you had coming from Domino's. I mean, I don't know how to ask this other than like, is it worth it? Like that, the investment it takes, for someone to build obviously into multi-units, or do you think you were just like you had the right experience and you clearly had you were a good leader, had the right team to place into this system, but like for someone aspiring to just get into the game, from ground zero, do you think it's a kind of...
Yeah, I mean, I always say to people, listen, I don't know where that tipping point is, first off on scale, like getting too big and,
Sure.
and there's profitability, you start adding overhead. There's a lot of variables into, how big you want to get and what your long-term goals are and your strategies, for sure. For someone that's getting into the game, I think for me, a lot of it is timing, is when are you getting into the brand? Everybody, once there's brand recognition, everybody wants to get in. Well, guess what? The best territories are sold. They're gone.
Yeah.
The existing franchisees, if it's a good brand, the organic growth from existing franchisees, they're grabbing up the territory. If these, when you're doing well and they're cash flowing, really well, you're just dumping that money into more units and buying up territory. And if you're not, someone else is in the system. So, I think, for Papa John's in particular, and this is just my opinion, I think that train left many, many years ago. It's probably $400K plus to build one today or more.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I haven't built one in a long time, but I know the cost of construction, what it is today. So, and getting that return, and the market's so saturated, I just, listen, if there was a good trade market, it would have been grabbed up 15 years ago by another franchisee. So, listen, can you as a mom and pop operator come in and do really well with, a new location? Sure, it's possible, but, you're going to have to do M&A to really build a big company. It just isn't going to happen organically with a brand that has that many units across the country. So,
yep. No, for sure. And when you exited in 2021, was that to another bigger franchisee or to?
Yeah. So that time we were down to 20 units. We were profitable. Things were good. And just the grind of the people and post COVID. It was we went through. When John Schneider made the comments that went out and all the, it just killed the brand. It killed everybody. We got punished, this is where you learn how reliant you are on your franchisor for so many things, but certainly when, people don't equate that we're individual business owners and have nothing really to do with that founder and his beliefs or his statements. It was horrible. You couldn't order Papa John's at work. So our day part business went to nothing. Our school lunches, the schools cut us off. We had sports partnerships with the Phillies, the Sixers, the Eagles. Each one of them terminated our agreements, so it was just devastating to the brand. So we went through a couple of really hard years. And then I certainly, with what happened to a lot of families and people with COVID, I would never want to say there was anything positive that came out of it. But from a business perspective, I couldn't have been in two better businesses than, my Hand and Stone business and my Papa John's business, because we were the experts at delivery, so we did very, very well, and then sold post COVID where the run up was really good on the revenue and got us back to a good position. So
wow, quite a roller coaster. I couldn't even.
Yeah, it truly was.
Yeah. Holy crap.